What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro and welcome to episode 25 of my Leicester City career mode on FIFA 15. We're starting this episode off with a brief look at the league table again, like we did in the last episode actually. And as you can see, we're still in 4th place on goal difference after our draw against Everton. So I think that's pretty decent. Like, we're performing unbelievably well, but we still have some amazing teams to play against who we haven't played yet. We haven't played Arsenal, we haven't played Liverpool, and we haven't played some other teams. But we're starting the episode off with a game against Crystal Palace. This is at home and it's in the Capital One Cup, and as you can see from the tournament tree, Watford actually knocked Man United out of the competition, and this competition has literally now become a winnable one for us. Like, we can do well in this tournament. I think we can take on any team from here on out, and to win silverware this early in my Leicester City career would be absolutely awesome. But as you can see from our team lineup, we've actually gone with a different formation. I decided to go with the 4-3-3 attacking because Crystal Palace knocked us out of this tournament last season, or it might have been the FA Cup they knocked us out of, but I'm pretty sure it was the Capital One Cup. And even though they're a championship club now, not much has changed. Their squad is pretty much still the exact same, and I know because this is the 4th time I've played against them in this series so far. By the way, we started off with a Tyler Blackett goal in the first minute, and I have no idea what he was doing in that position. Like, I never did a give and go pass with him, like holding L1 and X. I've never done that. I don't know why he went so far forward, but I'm not going to complain. He scores his first goal in a Leicester City jersey early on, and that's pretty decent. But yeah, like Crystal Palace, we beat them both times in the league last season when we played them, but we were by far the worst team on the occasion, and I just don't know how they didn't win either of those games. But they're such a difficult team to play against, and that's just something that I instinctively knew going into this game. So I decided to go with a formation change just to what I thought would suit the team a little bit better. And just before half time, Campbell plays the ball into Marwan Shamak, who plays a nice 1-2 with Fraser. Is that Fraser Campbell? It must be Fraser Campbell. What other Campbell would it be? But Ante tried to clear the ball, and it eventually fell to Jedinak, who plays it into Chamak, who plays a 1-2 with Campbell, and I just totally butchered. It's Jedinak and Shamak, but I don't know why I said it that way. But either way, Shamak equalised for Crystal Palace just before half time. I knew it was coming because they were all over us, and apart from our goal, there was no highlights that were chances for us. But in the 45th minute inside stoppage time, Gary Mackay-Steven buries it into the back of the net with a really decent shot. I think that goalkeeper is pretty suspect for Crystal Palace because he's wearing number 52, and usually your best goalkeeper doesn't wear a squad number that's like, you know, 51 numbers apart from what your best goalkeeper usually wears. So I wasn't really too concerned. I figured I could still take them regardless, and they would come at us looking for the equaliser, but I figured even if it came to penalties, we'd have the upper hand based on the goalkeeper being bad anyways. But in the 82nd minute, Jeffrey Schlupp comes through on goal, and he's about to shoot before he's pulled back by, I think it was Hangeland in the defence, and the ref blew up for a penalty. So we've had a few penalties in the last few episodes, which is quite interesting. Only a yellow card. You never ever get a red card for a foul inside the box anymore on this game, and I don't know why that is. But Berahino stepped up to take it because I thought he could do with the confidence boost of scoring a goal, and as he stepped up against the number 52 goalkeeper, aiming it perfectly into the corner, it was saved, tipped onto the crossbar, and the rebound was put wide out for a corner kick, which was going to be taken by Albrighton, who went for the short corner, and you'll see how that plays out. But him missing the penalty, like, is such a shame because he really does need the goals. Like, he just cannot finish. I don't know what it is about Berahino. He seems like a very good player who's just incapable of finishing for me. But it's hilarious that I put the penalty in the most perfect position and the goalkeeper still managed to get a touch to it, but that's just what happens, I guess. But we won the game and we're into the quarterfinals, and as you can see, the teams in there are Brentford, Tottenham Hotspur, and either Watford or Stoke. Now, ideally we get Brentford. Realistically, we're probably going to get Spurs, but we find that Matty James wants a wage increase, which I found bizarre considering he's only featured in Capital One Cup matches this season, and he hasn't been very good. And Jeffrey Schlupp surprisingly announced that he wants to stay at the club, and he accepted our previous contract offer, which is awesome. But I went to look at Matty James' wages and what he wants. He wants 15k. Like, he's 24. I think he's probably going to develop into maybe a 72, 73 rated player, maybe even higher than that. But like, Jesus, is he worth 15 grand a week? Like, what has it come to with these players, you know? Hashtag against modern football. No, I'm just kidding. It's stupid that this game has it coded so that you once you reach the Premier League, I suppose, the players just arbitrarily will want a minimum of 15k, apart from Jeffrey Schlupp, who only wanted 6k, but he's not very highly rated, I suppose. It's probably got more to do with their ratings. But our next game is against Liverpool at the King Power Stadium, a team who we beat twice last season. I've never ever lost to Liverpool, and I've never failed to beat Liverpool, so that must make me a pretty good manager. But Barini's chip in the 8th minute almost got the better of Kasper Schmeichel, but thankfully it did go wide. And then we come up to around the 12th minute with Berahino in on goal, and amazingly he manages to shoot straight at the fucking keeper. He's such a frustrating player, because he actually begged me to play before this game, and he gets through on goal like 7 minutes later and still manages to miss. And I know people will be like, yeah, but you're the one controlling him. I know that, but ordinary players would score from those types of chances. And what made it even more annoying was that 20 minutes later, As-Saidi scored from a corner, and this is literally the first time I've ever seen the goalkeeper not come out from the corner and claim the ball in such an overpowered fashion that every keeper does on this game. You know those corners where you swing them in, the goalkeeper jumps up and catches it, but look at this, As-Saidi just heads it through his arms. It's ridiculous. How did that happen? Like that, oh, it's so stupid. Why was he only jumping with one arm anyway? The hell is wrong with him? But Liverpool came on some kind of amazing like driving, running, passing move moments later, and Lallana ended up making it 2-0 as they get their second goal in 2 minutes. And from here I was just livid. I was so angry at Berahino that it was actually affecting the way I was playing the game. Like literally, like my anger was getting the best of me. But these goals were just not helping matters, and Liverpool were just unbelievably good as Gerrard plays the ball into Lallana in the 45th minute, but he sees his left-footed shot driven wide, and he'd get another chance before stoppage time was over as well. Did you guys notice that the stoppage time changed from 4 minutes to 5 minutes? I thought that was really weird. Is that a thing that happens in the game now or what? But Lallana's header went over the post in the or over the crossbar. I'm so incoherent with my commentary. Like I can feel like a chest infection coming on, and I talk really fast. And I'm trying not to do that because it's actually a little bit difficult for me to breathe. So when I continuously fuck up sentences, that's why it is. It's the curse of me talking as fast as I do. I don't even know why I do it. But in the 64th minute, Coutinho made it 3-0 to the visitors. And I just figured there was absolutely going to be no saving us here. But here's a weird moment from the game in the 66th minute when Scott Sinclair picks the ball up and runs at Moreno. Ronaldo chops around him and gets clotheslined. Like he hit him with the clothesline from hell. And it's not a free kick or anything. The ref just said play on. It would have been a free kick on the edge of the area, but I think that would have been a good enough position for us to get some kind of maybe a pass across the face or whatever. But like, is that not a foul? Okay, he didn't clothesline him, but he did like knee him in the, tried to give him a dead leg or something. Like, but that should be a free kick or something. But in the 71st minute, Zaha came forward. His cross found Gale in the middle, whose shot smashes off the crossbar, and nothing came of that. And then 10 minutes later or so, Liverpool just displaying how you dominate a team and pass them to death. And this is just the difference that Daniel Sturridge coming off the bench will make, and our players being really tired. He plays it into Markovic, who finds Joe Allen, whose header was really good, but it was saved by Kasper Schmeichel, and it goes out towards the right hand side of the pitch so that Liverpool can cross it in with Glenn Johnson on the ball. His cross finds Sturridge in the middle, whose header goes in off the crossbar to make it 4-0 and round off what was an absolutely horrible day for football for us, because things didn't go our way. Not even that as such. It's just the Berahino chances I think were unlucky. I think on another day they would have went in. Maybe had I gone for the tap circle with the finesse thing, they would have gone in. But the Kasper Schmeichel, the ball going through his arms, Sinclair not getting that free kick, Schlupp hitting the crossbar, or sorry, Gale hitting the crossbar, like it was just I don't know, it was an annoying game. 4-0 doesn't accurately reflect the performance in my opinion, but you just saw a look at the league table. Things aren't too bad for us. Realistically, nobody expects us to finish fourth. We're fighting for a mid-table finish. And I actually might ask the board for more wage or for more transfer money in January, and say to them that I want to finish. What's above mid-table? I suppose it's a European spot of some sort. But then we'd have to qualify for the Europa League, and that would, I think if we got into the Europa League, it would actually hinder our performance in next season overall. But it looks like it may happen. Like, I'm really surprised with how well we're doing against these teams. Like, I've improved the team in the areas that I thought needed to be improved, but not with like world beaters, you know. Gary Gardner's a good player, sure, but he's rated 71. And Mohamed Kamara isn't really that good at all, but he's just added that extra bit of strength and influence in the defensive side of the midfield play, and I don't know, it's working really well. I didn't expect it to work this well, but I'm imagining in like February of next year, I'm gonna be really good with custom tactics on this game or something, because I'm getting to grips with Legendary a lot quicker than I thought I would, and that's pretty interesting to me. But I don't know if you guys had a look at the squad report here, but Gary Gardner's technicals look incredible. Like, his potential, I think, is projected to be 77. I think I've seen that in the comment section a few times. I think we can get him to 80 or 81 or so. Like, I think that's possible. Poor old Gary Mackay-Steven needs to be loaned out to another club because the potential glitch is still there. And I know I say this every time, but I cannot believe they have released another game with the exact same bug and not addressed it. Especially when they made a point out of saying that, oh, players will now grow and achieve their potential. But whatever, that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be awesome. I've been Eldeniro. Thanks for watching.